Hey guys, what is up? This is Cody, or xCodeh. How's it going today? I have a life story for you guys today. And this story took place back when I was in freshman year of high school. But before I get into it, I just want to say I found a fucking ROLEX in this story, so let's get on with it. So like I said, this story took place back in freshman year, and this is probably, I'd say like the first 10 or 20 times that I had smoked weed. This was the prime time when I was getting into it. So me and my buddy were hanging out, and two of the people that lived kind of near us walked up to us and were like, yo, you want to smoke? And we were like, fuck yeah, want to smoke. So where we ended up going was this abandoned house that they actually demolished now, which is kind of disappointing, but it actually made sense because there was so much mold in there. But anyways, we went into this abandoned house, and at the time, we didn't know there was mold in there, by the way. We didn't know that at all, but it's like the spookiest fucking house you can imagine. I don't think I've been in an abandoned building that would be so spooky, at being there at night. I don't think I've been anywhere that spooky. You have to go in through the basement door. Everything's just fucking smashed, and it looks like somebody just took a fucking sledgehammer to all the walls and stuff before they left the house. It's actually really fucking weird. There's just all this abandoned furniture and stuff all over the place, and you have to go through the basement, up these stairs, through this really creepy room, and then you have to go up more stairs to where we used to smoke. We were all the way on the top level, sitting on this really old couch that probably was moldy. I don't know why we were sitting on it, but we were sitting there. We were halfway through this joint, man. I don't think I can even get this high anymore, dude. I took probably 4 hits, and I remember strictly, exclusively, that it was blueberry kush, and this shit tasted like blueberries, man. I don't even know if it was blueberry kush, and I don't know if it was a placebo affecting the taste buds of my tongue, but I swear this stuff tasted like blueberries. It was phenomenal. And if you're a long-term supporter, long-term viewer, it wasn't the blueberry muffins weed. That is a completely different flavor. But I remember sitting down in the couch and just fucking feeling like I'm melting into the couch. I was just like, whoa. Holy shit, man. And my friends weren't even that high. I hate being that baked when nobody else around you is that high, but I guess now it's not as bad. I remember just talking with my friends and cracking up laughing at the smallest little jokes. And my friend was hitting it like a roach. He was smoking it down to the stinger, as Wiz Khalifa would say. And I remember my friend looking over and then immediately just walking really fast over to the closet, like he found something. And I'm like, what'd you find, bro? And he pulls out a box, and this box, it just made my eyes light up. Alright, this is just the holy grail of finding something. It was a Nintendo 64 box. Could you imagine the hype? Could you imagine the ones in the chat? Could you imagine the excitement of finding a Nintendo 64 in the fucking box? So I'm like, oh shit, PogChamp, oh shit, open that shit up, bro. So he opens it up, and there's just a bunch of cardboard in it. I was so disappointed. So disappointed, man. But there was actually a few games that I snagged and still have to this day. But we found a couple games for the Nintendo 64 that I didn't have, nor anywhere that sold them besides eBay with a huge markup. So that was pretty cool. But because we found this Nintendo 64, we had the bright idea to look through the other rooms on the top level to try to find stuff. Because like I said, this was an abandoned house, but it wasn't just an abandoned house. This was a kind of house where these people were Colombian drug smugglers and were running from the government and had to leave the country all of a sudden. I'm kidding. I really don't know what it was. I wish it was something cool like that, though. These people committed the biggest credit card fraud of the country and just left for Guatemala. No, but seriously, I really wish something like that happened. That would have been cool for the story. But so I was looking through this bedroom kind of room, and I gotta really say this again. Someone literally took a sledgehammer to the walls. There's holes in the walls all over the place. Fucking the ceiling's coming down. It's really not safe. Shouldn't go in buildings like this. And I'm looking through this box of pictures, and first of all, looking through someone's pictures is just kind of weird. It's almost like you're on Facebook at 3 in the morning and you accidentally scroll through someone's 350 profile pictures and then feel like a creep. Kind of like that. We've all been there. Don't even fucking say anything in the comments. So before I get to the prize gem of the story, I literally found a picture with someone drunk, passed out on a fucking bed, and someone duct taped a dildo to his face. Don't ask me why, There was a picture of this guy's house. It was so funny. I was laughing so hard at that. But then underneath all these pictures, I see something shining. You guys know what it is because it's definitely titled in the video. I found a Rolex watch. Oh my god. I didn't even know it was immediately. I just thought it was a cool watch. It wasn't like a really, really fancy one. I don't know what the value of it was. I wish. I pick it up and I'm like, whoa, dude. This is a cool watch. And my buddy comes over to me and he's like, dude, do you know what that is? And I'm like, no, I don't know what that is. And he's like, that's a motherfucking Rolex, dude. And I'm like, what? Aren't those like fucking 20 grand? Like, aren't there some Rolexes that are fucking expensive? Could buy a boat with it? And he's like, fuck yeah, it is, bro. And it even said like the little Rolex. It had a little serial number on the back and everything. Man, it was so cool. I think it was like, probably like a silver watch or something. It wasn't gold or anything crazy, like I said. It wasn't diamond encrusted. It was just a simple, like, looked like a silver Rolex watch. I'll try and find a picture and put it on screen what it looked like. I don't know if I will though, so don't write in the comments that, oh, Cody didn't put it on screen. It's probably because I couldn't find it. So at this point, I put it in my pocket, and I didn't really think too much of it, you know, because I was pretty young. I didn't really know the true value of a Rolex watch. I just knew it was expensive. So before we left, my friend was like, dude, can I see that Rolex? I know a little bit more about Rolexes than you probably do. And I was like, okay. So he took it. And then me and my friend got into a conversation, and it led to just me being really stoned and kind of forgetting about the watch. I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of forgot about it. So we left the house, and we're walking all the way back to my friend's house. And as we're walking to my friend's house, one of my friends decides to depart. Like, he's like, all right, guys, see you later, I'm gonna walk home. So right as he's walking home, and I'm like, wait a minute, bro, wait, you still got that watch? And he comes over to me, and he's like, what? And I'm like, you still have the Rolex that we found, bro. Can I have that? And he, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I let him slide with this. But he looks down and kind of like, you know, looks around his pants. Like he's looking at the outside of his pants. And then he kind of like does a quick pat down of his pockets. And he's like, no, I don't have it, man. You didn't have it, huh? Yeah? Really, bro? Really? And at that point in time, I was like, well, shit, maybe he doesn't have it. All right, man, see you later. And then I walked back to my friends and I asked them, yo, do you guys have the Rolex? And he's like, nah, dude, that kid had it. Really? And at this point in time, your boy xCodeh was out of a Rolex. Out of a real good time. I probably could have gotten a boatload of weed with that. Back when I was 13, that would have been the fucking holy grail in itself. Or just a lot of money in general. Actually, wait. I think if it's an expensive watch like this, I don't think you can pawn it in. I think there's like an ID with it's connected to a phone number and a picture, so it probably would have been a return to the sender. But anyways, crazy story, crazy time. I'll always remember finding a Rolex. I don't think a lot of people can say they found a Rolex in their life, so that's pretty cool. But have you ever found anything crazy? You want to let me know in the comments down below? I want to know about it. And for everybody who likes the video, I'm going to ship you a crate of bananas with a Rolex stamp on the box, so it almost looks like a box of Rolexes, but it's a box of bananas. Stay high, stay lifted. Peace.